Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Madisonville Marine. Man, they've got every kind of boat you could possibly want. If you want pontoons, if you for the whole family, you want a deck boat. You're into the skiing thing. You may be an outdoorsman like Bob Hodge. You may want a John boat. You may want the G3 Sportsman. Go down to Madisonville Marine. This is the beauty of it. They don't just want to sell you a boat. They want to sell you the right boat for you. They want to make sure you're happy. And if you come in and say, I want this, my wife wants this, and the kids would like that, they can help find the boat that is the right mesh for everyone. Madisonville Marine is a special place, special people. Get down to see them at Highway 411 North in Madisonville. Joe Special, that's his name. That's why they're special people and a special team. Joe Special does a great job down there, and so does his group. Get down there and see them this week, Madisonville Marine. All right, let's remind you of our poll. I want to see what the results are right now. There you go. Vince is happy. Baseball national title. Right now, the Tennessee fans watching, they say, you could give me a basketball Final Four, you could give me a football SEC title. No! I want a baseball national championship. That's got to make you feel good.
Yeah, it would be cool.
All right, there you go. So keep voting, keep telling us.
All right, basketball Final Four. I'm going to get in there right now.
Okay. Tony Vitello has done an unbelievable job at Tennessee. Last week, we were talking, wow, which is the more incredible hire, Rick Barnes or Tony Vitello? You could go back years, and we were comparing how spectacular they are and how well they've done. And then they got compared. A buddy of mine sent me a text after the game yesterday. It was basically, the gist was, yeah, well, Rick Barnes has March, Tony Vitello has June. I told him, maybe a little early for that. Rick Barnes' resume is a little bit longer than Tony Vitello. But I will ask this. If Tennessee loses today, Will, is that kind of talk now going to start percolating, or is it still too soon? Do you not think Vol fans will go there?
No, it's going there. It's absolutely going to happen. Yes, especially because so here's the thing: when you see
2 out of 3 years, I kind of agree with him. It's not fair, but
emotion. Yeah, it's not fair, but it is what's going to happen. When you see quick emotion in a sport that people didn't pay a ton of attention to, right? Like even 5 years ago. People aren't particularly educated on it, and so what happens is it's all emotion right now. Yeah, absolutely. People are going to crush, whether they should or not, people are going to crush Tony Vitello if they lose this game to Evansville today. Like, it's coming now, and he's got to deal with it. He's getting paid a lot of money to deal with it. It comes with the territory. Probably not fair, but it's going to happen.
I think he's smart enough to know in his field, the money he's making, big program, the Tennessee fan base especially is passionate. I think he would know that, okay, you lose, you're going to hear some of it. I agree with Will. I think he'll hear some. I don't think it's going to be the masses, but I think next year you'll have people saying, well, he better do some damage in the tournament if they lose today. That's my
4 straight years into the Super Regionals. Would you not equate that to the Sweet 16 level?
How many people that are following baseball right now,
I
all
hear
these
you.
bandwagon people, know that.
I hear you.
And I'm not talking. I'm not downplaying our audience. I'm just saying there are a lot of people who weren't following college baseball 5 years ago.
Well, then I would like to say to those people who are on the bandwagon that believe that after this, that what he has done in the last 48 months, if this equates him to second-round Rick, they don't know what they're talking about. Right. I mean, this is a guy right now
rocking chair Tony,
who's bringing. That's what I was about to say. What's the vernacular with this? I think right now Tennessee baseball fans, they're hungry. They hear all the juice that's coming from the national talking heads, and they hear people on local radio saying how excellent this Tennessee team is. I think right now, yeah, shortcomings would be difficult. I can understand why it would be approaching this year because of this Evansville team, but there's still success there. They're going through stretches that a lot of SEC programs have never seen.
I don't think anybody's going to be calling for his head or saying that there's not success. I just think you'll have people saying, okay, you're great in the regular season. When are we going to see it in Omaha? I think that's what you're going to
here's what you got to put in perspective,
Do you disagree?
John?
You don't think they'll do that?
Omaha, I think there'll be some, but I don't think he'll be crushed by any means. There'll be some, but I think the intelligent baseball fans appreciate what they got here. And here's the other thing.
The intelligent baseball
fans will. When you're the number 1 overall seed, you set yourself up for Omaha or bust, don't you? I mean, 6 out of 8 as a rule, 6 out of the 8 number 1 seeds tend to make it to Omaha.
Yeah.
But that is the equivalent of the Elite 8 in NCAA basketball tournament. How many times does Tennessee get to the Elite 8 in basketball?
Does he start getting guff over the whole postseason thing if he doesn't go far in Omaha?
He doesn't start getting guff. I bet you if you look on social media, it's already there.
Yeah.
I mean, just like you got the text.
I got it, but in the text of it, yeah. Now, my guy was kind of teasing, but he was teasing, saying this is going to be out there.
Let's be honest. There's a football mentality to every other sport that you see it's
Yeah.
present. So I'm sure some people's minds have already gone there. It, of course, is not fair. It's not
No.
accurate. Plus, kind of to Chuck's point, look, the last 4 years, if they don't make it, they're either getting to the Super Regionals, which is the Sweet 16, or the College World Series, which is the Elite Eight or Final Four. And the times they made it to the College World Series, they outperformed their rankings or where you would project them to. That's something that wasn't happening necessarily in basketball. So the resume of Barnes, the short-term big-time success, 50-plus wins in last 4 years, it's not fair, but I'm sure it's all right.
I would also go ahead very quickly.
I just remember the second time Bruce Pearl lost the Sweet 16, we took multiple phone calls that next Monday. Jared Green got us the Sweet 16. What would he Bruce Pearl for?
Well,
I lived through that.
I think what's going to happen is, if you look at what this program is doing, I see no reason to think, when you look at how Vitello recruits, look at how well he coaches the guys he gets here. I
Yes.
mean, he melds the chemistry pretty good together. So I think if you look at that, there's no signs that this is a flash in the pan for the program. You get the feeling, some of those Rod Delmonico teams, it's like, well, they got a really good group, and then it's going to go, and what's going to happen then? And now they got you get a feeling Tennessee's kind of going to be in this realm for a while. Sometimes it takes a while to get the breakthrough. And usually those teams who are there for a while do eventually break through. Gonzaga is about the only one that's a school that got to the top and never has broken through. Most of these schools break through. So if Vitello doesn't do it this year, I would be very slow with my thumbs on Twitter. I think you're going to be in this realm for a long time to come.
Two other quick things. The SEC in baseball is the elite.
Yep.
Now, it's
Yep.
the ACC, close to them now,
Yep.
but they have been consistently, he's been winning in the best. We haven't looked at SEC basketball that way. So the regular season isn't on the same level. And the other thing is, yes, we're talking about people's reactions. It's not the majority of the fan base.
Right.
It is
Oh,
a
yeah,
vocal, loud one, but
Yeah.
it's by any means not the
That's
Well, Twitter's never the voice of anything.
Absolutely.
It's true.
But that's all we go by. The whole world revolves around it, even though it's like 20% and they're
Yeah.
angry jackasses. All right. When we come back, let's switch over to football for a while. Is college football? We got vol predictions coming up. We got recruiting, but next, interesting numbers. We'll see how people take it. Glass half full, glass half empty. We'll have Bob out for the half empty portion. Is college football as healthy as people think around here? Come on back.